What's going on, everybody? Look at what we got here. 1995 Yamaha Waveblaster 1. And what we're going to be doing today is I have that part that broke last year repaired, and we have a stainless one made up too. So we're going to take the ski apart. So seats off, and we're going to take a look at this. This is the part that broke on the Waveblaster 1. So I had a professional welder do it. Also, while he was at it, I had him make me a stainless steel version too. As you can see here, it's almost exactly the same. But we're going to be putting the stainless one in since this already got a crack on it. Still don't trust it. I'm going to put that one in there, and we're going to see how it goes. This needs to be reinstalled right there. See, that's a Kaufman's pipe. Okay, we are in. We have all the bolts attached. This is nice solid. We're just going to get the water box in, going to get the other just little items focused and put in there. Once all of everything is connected, we're going to start it up. All right, we are officially back on. Everything's strapped down. We got the Tony Dukas Racing water box in place. We have this in the right spot right here. We've got all the cables, wires, and tubes connected, and we're all tightened up. We have the battery back on, and let's try to start it. We're gonna hold this up here. Here it goes. Cool. Okay, next thing is get rid of this 3D printed nozzle. I got another one in here, and the stocker. I want to put the stock nozzle back on. When I go put the stock nozzle back on, we should have regular performance again, which is right here. And yeah, let's give that a try.
One eternity later.
What's happening, everybody? Waveblaster back on the water. Finally. All right, pray this thing starts. Everybody, we are on the water with the Yamaha Waveblaster. Praying this thing stays alive for a little while here. Been a hot minute, but we have the Yamaha JetBlaster Pro versus the Yamaha Waveblaster. It's going, there we go. There we go. With this and see if it goes any faster than the JetBlaster, and then it goes any faster than the Spark. Oh, there's the JetBlaster. There we go. Woohoo! JetBlaster way faster. Stand on the end. 85% with this thing. It does about 40 right now, but I'm assuming I can still give the course a good go. This pipe is so loud. I can give the course another go. Disrupt the kayakers over there. It's still not performing right, but it is nice to be back out on one of these. These things are like street bikes. All right, we're gonna give this another go. All right, go. Turn. First set of buoys, turn. Good hole shot. Next set of buoys. Turn. Next set of buoys. Oh, lost it a little bit there. This thing really does turn on a dime. Should be a pretty good time there. Now, if I had this thing dialed in, this thing would go like a bat out of hell. It's got about 85% power right now. But yeah, that was fun. I'm gonna do more videos with this, but basically we're gonna do a side-by-side comparison of this thing. You can see that JetBlaster Pro is probably about twice the weight and about 1.5 foot longer than this thing. All right, everybody, thanks so much for watching this video. The audio and the video kind of got blurry and jumbled, so I'm going to end this one on the voice narration here. I appreciate you watching, regardless of this thing only having about 80% to 85% of its power available to it at the moment, but we're going to showcase a couple more things in the videos upcoming. Even though these skis share a name, they are vastly different, and my nostalgic feeling for these old skis hold true, regardless of how the differences of technology is nowadays. But I want to say thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Take it easy, guys.